Hi, my name is Ariel Ortiz, and today I'll be giving a persuasive speech on organ donating, the gift of a lifetime. Organ donations are considered one of the most selfless and heroic deeds possible. Over 120 people in the United States of America are awaiting the opportunity to become an organ transplant recipient, and a new name is added to the National Organ Transplant waiting list every 10 minutes. Majority of the individuals on the list are in need of kidneys, while others desperately await a heart, pancreas, liver, lung, intestine, and even bodily tissues. Unfortunately, about 18 people die each day waiting. There's truly a shortage in organ donors in the United States of America. Of all licensed drivers in the U.S., only 38% are registered organ donors. And according to Tara Parker Pope of the New York Times, most people are reluctant to become organ donors due to several different factors. Some people fear that they're not healthy enough or that they're too old. Some are concerned that doctors will not put forth enough effort to resuscitate them if needed. Some question whether or not a person can recover from brain death. And some people believe that there's a black market in which people can buy or sell organs or tissues. Many people choose not to become organ donors because they assume that they will not be a good donor due to their age and or their health status. However, it's strongly encouraged that people do not prematurely disqualify themselves, but instead sign up to be an organ donor regardless. Oftentimes, if there are organs that cannot be used due to their conditions, there are other parts of the donor's body that can be donated and implanted. For example, an individual who has suffered alcohol abuse may not be a good candidate for a liver donor. However, this person can still donate skin, tissues, corneas, etc. The elderly can potentially be good donors as well. There's no specific age limit regarding the viability of organs. There have been many cases where organs were recovered from individuals in their 70s and 80s and successfully transplanted into younger recipients who have lived long and healthy lives. Some people are reluctant to become an organ donor due to their fear that doctors will not give a full attempt to resuscitate them if needed. They believe that physicians are more likely to allow them to die in order to obtain their organs and get them transplanted into the next available patient on the waiting list. However, in the event that a patient is brought into the emergency room due to some sort of accident, the doctor's duty is to save the life of that particular patient. Also, the doctor caring for the patient will play no role in the recovery of the organs or the transplantation. Ultimately, it would be absurd for a physician to disregard one life to save another. Thus, the choice to be an organ donor has no impact on the care that a person would receive. Another common myth that makes some people skeptical to become an organ donor is the possibility that some people are not truly dead prior to the removal of their organs. Okay, brain death can be caused by several different factors, such as deprivation of oxygen to the brain due to a heart attack, bleeding of the brain due to a stroke or aneurysm, or severe head trauma. Prior to the recovery of the organs, the patient must undergo many tests, more so than a person who is not a donor, and be declared dead. The tests include an assessment of brainstem reflexes as well as an apnea test. Once a person is brain dead, there is no chance of recovery. A defibrillator is used, if necessary, to revive the heart so that it can continue to provide blood to the organs. A ventilator is used to pump oxygen through the lungs, but ultimately the patient is dead. Some, however, feel that this is not a sufficient method of determining death. Some families have a difficult time accepting that their loved ones have passed while they are still on the ventilator. Although they are brain dead with no chance of recovering, their skin is warm to the touch, their chests rise and fall due to the ventilator, and they can still be hurt and heal themselves as well. Also, according to Dick Teresi, American writer from the Wall Street Journal, people who don't receive anesthetics during an organ harvest operation react to the scalpel like inadequately anesthetized live patients, exhibiting a high blood pressure and sometimes soaring heart rates. Doctors say that these are simply reflexes. Thus, there is a possibility that the patients can still feel pain. Due to the lack of donors on an increasing amount of people in need for transplants, people are trying to find ways to increase the number of donors. For example, Yale University School of Medicine graduate Sally Sattel suggests that prison inmates be allowed to donate their kidneys. Okay, there are many excuses as to why some refuse to become organ donors. With nearly every argument or myth that's been created, there's a counter-argument to debunk it. Every individual has the right to decide what happens to their bodies. Becoming an organ donor should not be something that is pressured or something that one does out of guilt. Perhaps if there were more people to provide information on the amazing gift of donating, more people would feel inclined to do so. There are thousands of people dying, hoping and praying for their phones to ring to inform them that their organs will be ready to be transplanted. One organ, tissue, or corneal donor may directly save or enhance the lives of between 50 to 75 people. Organs can save lives, corneas renew vision, and tissues may help to restore someone's ability to walk, run, or move freely without pain. Life begins with you. Thank you. My baby is my audience. You want to wave, baby? I know you're tired.